Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is a spectacular Sunday afternoon, 11 exciting races. My buddy Pete Aiello has those track and weather conditions.
11 races on the Sunday program in South Florida. It's a warm summer day with a fast main track and a firm turf course. First of the day over that firm turf course at a mile and a 16th. Maiden claimers in for 12,500. We have a field of 8. Off-time favorite was number 6, Mr. Stark. Racing at Gulfstream. Great start for the favorite, Mr. Stark, who's headed over to the inside and has a neck on top. From the outside, London Werewolf moves to be second, and Pescacani takes hold to race in third. Accountant Q gets out of there in fourth, and up on the outside fifth is El Commendatore. He's much closer than usual, and saving ground at the inside, Tiz Luna. Maturin is second last, and Arch Star is last as Mr. Stark gets clear. Mr. Stark leads the race 3 parts of length. On the outside in London Werewolf, now up to challenge from second as this leader has them stacked and packed behind an opening quarter and a pokey 26 seconds flat. Into the backstretch they go with Mr. Stark in front 3 parts of a length. London Werewolf second, Accountant Q third. Pescacani is at the rail. El Commendatore is 4 wide, followed by Tiz Luna and Maturin. Top flight runner separated by 3 lengths, and then it's a gap of 3 to the trailer Arch Star. They go to the half-mile point in the Sunday opener through a 51 2 half mile. No excuse of any kind for Mr. Stark. He leads the race by a length. Up on the outside in London Werewolf from second, Accountant Q third. At the rail in Pescacani needs a way out, so does Tiz Luna and El Commendatore. Maturin still onto the top flight and 4 to the trailer Arch Star. 3 furlongs to go. Now the pace quickens. Mr. Stark held together up front, up on the outside, and now second is Accountant Q. London Werewolf is back to third. Then comes Tiz Luna. Commendatore has called it an afternoon. Maturin gets underway while splitting horses, and they're at the top of the stretch. Jaramillo throws across at Mr. Stark, and he leads the race by a length. Accountant Q takes his shot on the outside second. Widest of all in Tiz Luna with Maturin on late. 1/8 of a mile left. Mr. Stark has to finish the job as Tiz Luna is up on the outside charging at him. Mr. Stark responds, and Mr. Stark goes gate to wire. Second was Tiz Luna, closer for third, Maturin or Accountant Q in 1:45 and 3. Milestone victory here in the first race as it's the first win for sire Lava Boy, who is the longtime teaser at the Arundel Farm. He gets his prodigy to win today with Mr. Stark going gate to wire under a perfect ride from Amisael Jaramillo for Arundel Farm and Oscar Gonzalez. We go to the second race now and start the early pick 4. The second race is at 6 furlongs. Allowance optional claiming horses in for a $16,000 price tag. Scratch number 4, 8s and Aces. Field of 5. Favorites were 1, Polar Jet, and 6, Florida Cotton. The favorite, Polar Jet, was about 2 lengths slow to start. Soldali wins the break and fires to the top with Florida Cotton moving up on the outside. Arch Table is going to make it a party, these 3 across the course. Gap of 2.5 to Steady Earner, who's away racing in 4th, and Polar Jet will have to pass them all and do it in about 4.5 furlongs as they head now to the half-mile point. Soldali on the outside toward the inside, Arch Table. They're stride for stride as Florida Cotton gets the garden set up from 3rd. Back to 4th and Steady Earner, and Polar Jet yet to uncoil a rally. He's about 5.5 lengths off the lead with less than 3 furlongs to go. With the advantage, it's still Soldali in front now, but only a neck. Here's Florida Cotton launching a bit on the outside second. That's all for Arch Table third. Polar Jet and Steady Earner are next with a 1/4 mile left to get. Soldali is taking pressure every step of the way. Florida Cotton looms up alongside. Then back to third, Steady Earner with Polar Jet and 3/16 to get. And Florida Cotton now asserting himself. It's Florida Cotton inside that final furlong, widening on a 3-length lead. Up between horses, it's Polar Jet down the center and Steady Earner with Soldali. But all aboard, Florida Cotton in the second. Florida Cotton and Zayas wrapped up in 3 clear. Steady Earner second, Polar Jet third, then Soldali and Arch Table in 1:11 flat. Number 6, Florida Cotton gets the perfect pace scenario, third behind the top duo, and he pounces on the leaders and wins easy under Edgar Zayas, the very consistent Florida son of High Cotton for Imaginary Stables and Red Hot trainer Elizabeth Dobles. Second, the 2, Steady Earner, and third was the 1, Polar Jet. We'll be right back.
The best chance for success begins with a solid foundation. At Hardacre Farm, early personal one-on-one care starts the journey to becoming a champion. Bred to leading stallions, our mares represent the highest standards. Hardacre Farm's signature in the breeding industry. Based in Ocala, Florida, Breeder and owner Amy Tarrant has inspired excellence throughout her entire career. In your quest for success, start with Hardacre Farm, breeding the champions of tomorrow.
On now to the third race of the afternoon. 2-year-old maiden claimers take to the turf at 5 furlongs. Claiming price $35,000. With a field of 8, the favorite was the 7, Zano. And they're off. Yes for Less and Zano, the first two out, and Zano's going to land in front. Yes for Less is away in second. Shorty at the rail is now third. Up to fourth in Rosa's way. Then it's El Duque racing ahead of Longshot St. Benevolence. The two at the back are El Pio and Dakota Beach. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. The favorite's right where he wants to be. Zano and Nunez sharp up front. They lead the race by a length. Yes for Less is second. Shorty is toward the inside alongside Rosa's way. Out 3 wide and moving is St. Benevolence. It's a gap of another 2.5 lengths back to El Pio, then to the inside El Duque, and Dakota Beach is last. Everybody's still in with a chance here, but with the advantage, it's still Zano. Zano turns for home on top with a long shot bearing down on him. St. Benevolence is now up to challenge. Then it's a gap of 3 to El Pio's, who's a driven third, and there's an 1/8 of a mile to get. Nunez asked Zano to kick on with it, and he does so willingly. Zano drifting, but drifting clear and drifting in front. Back on the inside, St. Benevolence has run a great race in second, but Zano comes clear a winner. Zano a length and a half. Second, St. Benevolence. Third was El Pio. Fourth was El Duque. And fifth was Yes for Less in 57-2. Number 7, Zano, responds to the switch in class and the switch in surface. Winning in his turf debut, the son of Verrazano gets the victory under veteran reinsman Eduardo Nunez. For owners and breeders Gregory Kaufman and Mark Herman, and Wesley Ward, the winning trainer. Big try from a big price. Number 5, St. Benevolence, was second, ahead of the 3, El Pio, ran third. Fourth race of the afternoon is where we go next. It's a maiden claimer at 1 mile, $35,000 the claiming price here. Field of 6, a ton of late money for an odds-on favorite. And number 1, Beau Trace. And they're off. Excellent start for the gray Dexter, who heads off for the early lead. From the outside, Burrow Boy has speed. Driving at the rail is Beau Trace into the top flight with I Stand Corrected. The two at the back are Wolf Pub and Minnesota. Out of the chute and on to the main course, and Burrow Boy is now gone on with it and now challenges Dexter for the lead. Jaramillo takes the big gray in hand to land second as Burrow Boy is now a clear leader. Beau Trace working to the outside of Dexter, and widest of all is I Stand Corrected. These top 4 working well in advance of the back 2, Minnesota and Wolf Pub. Opening quarter, energetic enough, 23-2, less than 5 furlongs to go, and Burrow Boy has worked over to the rail for Jimenez and leads a length and a half. Beau Trace is now second, Dexter is third, pocketed up a touch, with I Stand Corrected 3 wide while fourth. The gap continues to widen on the back 2, Wolf Pub and Minnesota. 46 seconds for the opening half mile. Here's the heavy-hitting favorite, Beau Trace, within a half length of Burrow Boy up front. 3 wide, I Stand Corrected. Dexter at a 1 pace from fourth. Beau Trace is kind of at a 1 pace right now. In fact, Beau Trace under complete pressure and not responding yet. They move to the top of the stretch. Upset possibilities here. 1/4 mile left to get, and here's I Stand Corrected. And Carlos Lugo on the outside of Burrow Boy. Not going away is Beau Trace, but he needs to do better than that. And as if he heard me, he's now doing exactly that. Final 3/16 of the mile, and here's Beau Trace up to take a narrow lead. I Stand Corrected is now back to second toward the inside, and Burrow Boy in deep stretch. Zayas getting what he needs out of Beau Trace, and Beau Trace at 1-5 grinds out the win. Burrow Boy second, I Stand Corrected third. Minnesota flew home for fourth in 1:38-2. Number 1, Beau Trace did not look like a 1-5 shot around the far turn, but jockey Edgar Zayas motivated the son of Beauchois to put his best foot forward inside that final 1/4 mile, and Beau Trace does get a popular victory. Safi Joseph Jr. and owner Frank Calabrese. Let's go to the 5th race now on turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Rider change on 2, Quick Point, make it Sammy Camacho. Rider change on 7, Uncaptured Angel, make it Victor LeBron. Scratch 12 through 16, a field of 11, and a wide open betting race. And they're off. From the inside, Newman's Fast Girl won the break, but there's a host of pursuers, including Princess Gabby and Genie on the Beach. In between horses, that's Enduro's Tigress into the top flight and the charge to the first turn. Princess Gabby comes away with the rail and the lead over Genie on the Beach in second and Newman's Fast Girl third. Enduro's Tigress on the outside is now fourth. Widest of all is Gossip Isle. Then it's a length and a half to the team of Quick Point with Regal Embrace on her outside. 3 wide to round the first turn on Captured Angel. Sending 4 wide was Total Treasure. Beach Dreaming second last, and the early trailer is Miss Lotus Flower. They make their way into the backstretch now after the opening quarter went in 24 seconds flat. And in front, Princess Gabby, 3 parts of a length. Genie on the Beach is in the flanking position in second. Newman's Fast Girl has a box seat to the top 2, racing in third. 2 better than Gossip Isle in fourth. Regal Embrace is fifth. Then it's Uncaptured Angel, Miss Lotus Flower between horses. That'll shuffle Quick Point back. Now trying to move up from the back is Long Shot Total Treasure. At the back of the field are Beach Dreaming, and dropping to last while wide on the course, Enduro's Tigress. Around the far turn they go, 3/8 of a mile to run, and Princess Gabby held together nicely. 3 wide, Newman's Fast Girl. From between horses, it's Genie on the Beach. Uncaptured Angel the Gray has raced into fourth, set down under LeBron, racing ahead of Gossip Isle, then Beach Dreaming, and they're at the top of the stretch. Princess Gabby appears to have something in the reserve here. Off the turn by 2.5. Newman's Fast Girl to the attack now, second. Beach Dreaming storming home down the center. Final 1/8 of a mile, and here's Beach Dreaming lifting late to run by the top 2. Beach Dreaming and Jose Bautista going away. It's going to be Newman's Fast Girl second, Princess Gabby third, and Total Treasure ran home for fourth in 1:31 flat. Closing best of all and deep stretch of the 5th race was 4 Beach Dreaming, who got the victory on the class drop for trainer Jacob Molina and owner and breeder Tom Cross. Jose Bautista on board for the winning ride. Number 3, Newman's Fast Girl was second ahead of the 9, Princess Gabby, who ran third. Time for a commercial timeout. The Rainbow 6 sequence and race number 6 up next. Don't go away. And the Princess Rudy with a 1/4 mile left to go. 4 off the top of the turn. Race for the Kathleen O'Connell barn in front by 5 with just 1/8 of a mile to go. And she's turning in this into a runaway. The powerhouse performance. She punches her ticket to the Breeders' Cup and wins by 5.
And Gulfstream is pulling away. Gulfstream blows them away with an eye-opening performance. Awesome again has won. Gulfstream kicking clear. Judy the Beauty.
Back now for race number 6 in the leadoff leg of the Rainbow 6. Maiden claimers at 6 furlongs in for a price tag of $10,000. A field of 7 signed on. Off-time favorites were 1, Sassy Lassie, and 7, Genadon. And they're off. Step slow to begin was Not Regret, and off in a tangle was Indie Contender. Sassy Lassie away well with Jenna Dawn and Sierra Love. Elusive Aura between horses. Munha gets a good spot early, 5th behind the speed. Down inside is Not Regret, and struggling to keep up is Indie Contender. They make their way to the half-mile point, and on the outside, Jenna Dawn and the Bug Boy put a neck on top of Sassy Lassie, who counterpunches from second. 3 wide third is Sierra Love, a gap of 2.5 to Munha fourth. Running into 5th is Not Regret, getting past Elusive Aura, and Indie Contender is last. 22 and 4 for the opening quarter speed, and Torres sends Sassy Lassie through on the inside, immediately tackled by Sierra Love on the outside, and Munha's had a good setup today. She's set down by Hernandez and all the way up into a joint second. Trying to run home from there is Not Regret, then it's Elusive Aura with a 1/4 mile left to go. They went 46 and 2 for the opening half mile, and Sierra Love has come away with the lead. Munha's a danger on the outside. Hernandez goes to work on Munha toward the inside. Sanchez all over Sierra Love. These two to settle the score. It's Sierra Love inside. Munha lunging on the outside. Sierra Love and Munha. Munha and Sierra Love. Here's the finish. It's Munha. Sierra Love was second. Third is Jenna Dawn. Fourth is Sassy Lassie in 1:13 and 3. Number 4, Munha gets the job done, breaking the maiden at 10-1 this afternoon on the turnback and trip. Under jockey Jairo Hernandez, the daughter of Song and a Prayer got a great trip. For trainer Javier Negrete and owner Ricardo Romo. She's a maiden no more. Second, number 6, Sierra Love, and third was the 7, Jenna Dawn. Let's go to the 7th race and start the late pick 5. Maiden claimers on turf at 5 furlongs. Fillies and mares in for $12,500. Late rider change on 9, Anjali to Edgard Zayas. Favorites were 1, Maxi, and 2, Grand Diamond. And they're off. Blowing the start completely was My Temple, and Maxi was actually slow into stride and bounced off the inside. That's good news for Grand Diamond fans, as she's going to land on top, and Anjali's going to work all the way over from the 9 post to get into second. Tis Bud She Wants is now third, followed fourth by Off to Broadway. Out wide is Perfect 10. Then it's back to Our Caribbean Queen. To her outside is Sultry Mist. And after terrible getaways, Maxi is at the second last position, and My Temple is last. Around the far turn they go. Jaramillo and Grand Diamond throttles open to lead a length and a half again. From second, it's Anjali. From the back, Maxi is now circling horses and on the move, with Tis Bud She Wants in between horses. Less than a quarter of a mile to go. With the advantage, it's Grand Diamond. Up to second, Anjali into the clear. Tis Bud She Wants at a huge number, but with an eighth of a mile to go, Grand Diamond has something in the tank. Grand Diamond kicks to a 3-length lead. Anjali can only watch and wonder as Grand Diamond races away. Grand Diamond on the class drop responds with a 4-length win. Anjali second, Tis Bud She Wants third. My Temple from way out of it finished fourth in 57 flat. Tough start for the 1 Maxi, and that pretty much handed the victory to the other class dropper as number 2 Grand Diamond shot to the top, had inside position, and went gate to wire, giving Misael Jaramillo his second winner today for Victor Barboza Jr. and Grand Poyo stable. 9 Anjali for second, 4 Tis Bud She Wants ran third. We go now to the 8th race of the afternoon, start of the late pick 4, claimers at 6 furlongs. Price tag here, $6,250. Field of 10, favorite was the 10, Mr. Lucas. And they're off. Last in, first out, Mr. Lucas fires to the top from Towney, who's going to try to run with him, but Mr. Lucas is the speed of the speed. Towney is second, Smooth As is third. Up on the outside goes Best Thunder from fourth. Supery Dupery between horses is now fifth. It's a length and a half to Lovingard Samar, racing ahead of Rigo. Outside of him and El Zeus. Then it's a gap of 4 or 5 to the 2 at the back, Johnny Tickets and Dreamin' of the Wild. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Mr. Lucas the target. From the outside, Best Thunder is there second. Towney is third. Supery Dupery is now up into fourth around Smooth As, who's a retreating fifth. Back to sixth, Lovingard Samar. Rigo yet to uncoil with an inside lane. El Zeus is next as they run to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Here's 3 wide. Towney going to try a new trick with Mr. Lucas and Best Thunder. Supery Dupery let go 4 wide by Sanchez on the outside. Top of the lane with 3/16 to go. Towney has made the front. Supery Dupery driven on the outside to try to get after him. These two, it's Towney in front. Towney from off the speed, and he has something in the tank here. It's Towney and jockey Misael Jaramillo proving too good and winning a length and a half. Supery Dupery was second. Third is Best Thunder. Then El Zeus and Rigo in 112 flat. Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? As number 8, Towney, was a speed horse his entire career. He set off the speed a bit today and got the victory at 4-1, giving Misael Jaramillo his third winner of the afternoon. Jorge Delgado trained the son of Spikesdown for Mosh Mark. Second, number 5, Supery Dupery. And third was the 9, Best Thunder. And they're off. Walking out of the gate was the gray Harry's Gone Gray. Firing away from the outside are Sleeping Giant, Lost for Words, and Diamond Majesty. City Rock away in the top flight. Diamond Mint wants forward position. He has to tap on the brakes as Pango has the rail secure. Then back to Moonwalker ahead of Hardened and Sturgeon. King Hood is out wide, racing ahead of Harry's Gone Gray. And Padilla is last of all as they fly around the far turn. With the advantage, it's Lost for Words and Marcos Meneses 3 parts of a length. Sleeping Giant on the outside is there second. Diamond Majesty gets started while 3 wide third. Pango is next with City Rock. Trying to run home from the back, Harry's Gone Gray and Diamond Mint. And they're at the top of the stretch. With the advantage, it's now Sleeping Giant to challenge for the top. Pango has inside position and he's fired up. Diamond Majesty is next with an eighth of a mile left to get. Pango is in front. Sleeping Giant takes another run at him. Late run down the stand side from Harry's Gone Gray. Pango has the lead. Sleeping Giant is outrun by Pango. Pango and Tony Mirage for the money in 56 and 1.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
And they're off. Smooth getaway for CV. Moving up on his inside is High Riverside, and up on the yacht side goes Eye of a Jedi into the top flight. At the rail, it's Just Kidding, and at the back are Mr. Jordan and Red Crescent. Finding the front is CV. Zayas has him on the engine, leads 3 parts of length. Eye of a Jedi on the outside is now second, and Just Kidding is tugging third. Back to fourth and High Riverside, then it's out wide to Mr. Jordan, and Red Crescent is last. The opening quarter complete. It went in 23 and 1. CV has the lead. Mr. Jordan under Edgar Prado allowed to roll forward all the way up into second. Back to third and Eye of a Jedi. Fourth at the 5/8 is High Riverside. Just Kidding is back to fifth while trying to save his inside spot, and the trailer is Red Crescent. They go half a mile from home, and CV is taking pressure every step of the way, but he has the lead through the opening half mile in a testing 45 and 3. Mr. Jordan is second. High Riverside is on the outside in a joint third, alongside Eye of a Jedi. Then it's Red Crescent and Just Kidding at the back. Less than 3/8 to run. CV fights to hold it. 3 wide High Riverside from between horses. It's Mr. Jordan, and Mr. Jordan, the big gray, is up to take a narrow lead. CV is all in, not responding to urging. High Riverside on the outside now second. Eye of a Jedi comes up the inside lane after 3 quarters. In 1:10 and 1, they're at the top of the stretch. Mr. Jordan set down for the drive. High Riverside moves to take him on, and Miguel Vasquez and High Riverside are now on to the front. Mr. Jordan is back to second. Eye of a Jedi up the inside third. But as they come home for the wire, it's High Riverside to win it, and win it 3 parts of length. Second, Mr. Jordan. Third was Eye of a Jedi. Fourth was Just Kidding, ahead of Red Crescent and CV. And runners away. Robin Take Charge in the center, away with speed. Up on the outside, Blue Sky Kitten. Toward the rail, it's the Irish Invader, King of Leinster, now moving up. Splitting horses is Pure Luck, who won't settle. Wide on the course is High Approval in the charge to the first turn. Camacho and Robin Take Charge have done exactly that. They lead the race by 2. On the inside, and King of Leinster a joint second alongside Pure Luck. 3 wide, Blue Sky Kitten. Length and a half then to High Approval, racing ahead of Hard Count, who's mid-flight. 3 better than Unlimited Data. From there, you get Manny Comio and Something's Tappin', and at the back is Vintner. Opening quarter complete in 23 seconds flat. At 5-2, Robin Take Charge leads by 2. King of Leinster is there second. Toward the outside, Pure Luck is now third. Moving out the rail, that's racing into 4th Hard Count. Outside and now back to 5th, Blue Sky Kitten. Then it's a gap of 3 to High Approval, racing 3 ahead of Unlimited Data. He's a length in front of Manny Comio. South Point Drive is next with Something's Tappin' second last, and trailing the field is Vintner. 46 and 2 for a strong half mile. There's 3 furlongs furlongs left to go, and with the advantage, it's Robin Take Charge. Blue Sky Kitten back for a little bit more on the outside of King of Leinster, second and third. Rating in the wings, fourth is an angling, now hard count. Back to fifth and Unlimited Data running home for a slice. After 3/4 and 1:10 and 3, they're at the top of the stretch. Robin Take Charge has been in charge from the outset and maintains a 3-length lead. Up into second now is Hard Count, outside of Blue Sky Kitten. Late run from Manicomio. Final 16th of a mile, and the advantage and the wind is going to Robin Take Charge. Robin Take Charge was in charge from the outset and wins by 3. Hard Count second, Something's Tapping third. Manicomio finished fourth in 1:34 and 4.
And that wraps up Sunday's action. Next week, Belmont Week, and we got a special 5-day racing week. That's right, we'll be running on Wednesday with our first race post at 1:15 p.m. And join us all week long, and especially on the weekend. We got great things going on for the Belmont Stakes, along with 4 stakes races right here at beautiful Gulfstream Park. What a week it's going to be. You got to be at Gulfstream Park.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.